The best of the best, dog.
Big Macs for the big backs.
Yeah, it's really like a nasty sandwich.
What?
It
A
really
Big
is.
Mac is nasty, but you're
I
all in
wouldn't
on a
say
Whopper.
I wouldn't say it's nasty, but I will say,
Wait, but you're all in on a Whopper though, Corp?
yeah, Corpse. I don't know if you could have a
Yeah,
grandstand
that's
on
like
any
a
fast
pretty solid
food.
burger. Versus
No.
the
Big Mac. A
chopped
Big
up
Mac is
shredded
solid,
lettuce.
bro.
No,
A
it's
Big
not.
Mac.
That's barely a burger.
I will literally blend 6 Big Macs and drink them before I'll have a sip of water from fucking Burger King. Okay.
A sip of water,
Mm-hmm. Fuck that place.
bro. It's so funny to watch your guys' beef go back and forth between Burger King and McDonald's, or just Burger King in general.
This is coming from the same dude who enjoys almond joys for fun.
All right, we're not
Oh
gonna
shit, that's low-key
dog.
facts. That's low-key facts.
We're just not gonna dog. I think my headphones are breaking. Actually,
Yeah, we're not gonna take food judgments.
I'm sorry, but it's just based and true. Almond Joy is an American hero. Okay, in the eyes of so many.
So many who? You?
So many individuals out there who, just appreciate a good wholesome chocolate filled with coconutty joy. Damn, was that Sprite? I know that should be this. I know that shit's static in your throat. Pause on that. Also, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Why is it spicy?
There you go. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Butch?
Good. It's another
Chill.
usual Tuesday.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Chillax and Vilgax. And listen, thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Thank you to my co-host for being here. Welcome to the Usual Tuesdays. Usually, on occasion, on Tuesdays.
We've been doing pretty good the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, we have. We have been doing. I think it's been 2 weeks. 3 weeks?
I think it's been 3 weeks.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. 3 weeks. You're right. Yeah, we were a mess the last month though.
Yeah, low key, we were. It was bad.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Do you guys? Okay, before we get really, really far ahead, I don't like. Gaming is just in such a good place right now with the games that are out, and I'm just like having a fun time gaming again and streaming, and it's been so much fun. But that also like brings out new like content creators that haven't been out, right? Have you guys seen the burnt peanut?
I think you reposted a TikTok of him. And I think I saw
God,
that.
bro.
He's funny.
Dude is he is probably the funniest streamer I've ever funnier than Jinxie, funnier than Sketch, like funnier than this dude I used to watch named Hitman. He is literally the funniest streamer that I've ever seen. And he streams every fucking night. And I've been like falling asleep to his streams every single night. He's fucking hilarious. And if you ever get a chance to like come across his stream or him on TikTok, just watch his videos. It's fucking hilarious, bro. He's so funny.
He's cool.
He's finally getting recognition. Like he's been streaming for like 4 years or 5 years, and he's finally getting recognition now and like playing with big name streamers like Cloaksy and Shroud. He played with my other favorite streamer, Courage, the other day, which I thought was cool because Courage was like off stream, and I turned on Peanut's stream and I was like, holy shit, he's playing with Courage. Like this is my favorite streamer, and like this new guy I'm watching. I love it, bro. I love it. Gaming is in such a good place right now because of Battlefield 6. Because of Battlefield 6. And it's funny because Call of Duty 7 just came out and nobody's touching it.
I'll say, it's getting like a lot of hate because it's campaign, no?
Well, it's gonna be everything. Like there's multiplayer, there's gonna be like they're gonna have their rendition of Warzone as well. But it's bad, bro. Call of Duty fucked up. They had something so perfect with when Warzone first came out. It was perfect. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but like originally Call of Duty came out with another battle royale called Blackout, and it was okay. It was okay. And then they like wiped it from everything. And then they came out with Warzone, and Warzone was perfect. It was perfect when it first came out. And then now you can run around with Nicki Minaj and fucking Beavis and Butthead, and who the fuck wants to do that? Like, it's so stupid. It's such a cash grab. It pisses me off.
I was gonna say too, their art style. I think Fortnite gets away with that so much because their art style lends itself to like so many crazy, like wacky little collaborations. But like Warzone's more realistic, and to have like
Supposed to be, right? It's
supposed to be, yeah. And to have like cartoons or like other characters, it just feels like, oh, this is weird. I never really played it, but I can imagine.
Yeah, Battlefield 6 there's some things that they do have to fix. But luckily, like, we haven't ran into any cheaters at all. And we've been playing a lot. Like, my crew and I, we've been playing a lot. No cheaters, which is the number one thing that we hated on Warzone. The visibility kind of sucks, but I'm sure they'll fix it. But the only other bad thing is, like, the game runs heavy. So you have to have, like, a really good graphics card in order to run the game, like, the way that it's meant to be ran. And I mean, my graphics card is good, but it's a little bit older compared to these new graphics cards. So I have to run everything in the lowest settings, especially if I'm streaming. But the gameplay itself is very good. A little overwhelming, but very, very, very good. And I'm happy to be back to like a war style game, because we took a hiatus, bro, from Warzone for like 2.5 years, and that was like our main game for the three of us. And it's like what I built my community on, was that and Apex were the two games that everybody wanted to watch us play. And once we took a hiatus on that, like, I lost so many viewers until I started playing GTA RP, and then that's when my shit skyrocketed again. But yeah, it feels good to be back. Like, I'm looking forward to like streaming tonight after the podcast, and I haven't felt like that in a long time.
That's good. I'm glad. Were you still playing that? I don't know what it's called. That rat game, Rat Chef. What is it called?
Oh, Restaurants. Yeah, that's a fun little game to like if you're just tired of shooting people. Yeah. It's a fun little game. But yeah, we're still playing that. We play that off stream now.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you we chatted and you said you were big into that too.
It's fun. It's a stupid fun game, but like not a game that we're gonna be like consciously trying to play all the fucking time. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You're not like trying to like try hard in it. You're just chilling.
Yeah, because it's not. This is like gonna be braggadocious or whatever, but I don't give a fuck. So it's always been like the three of us, me, my friend Maddox, and my friend Goat Pig, and we like are the trio that always runs these shooting games together. And the max you can play is 4. So like we always have people trying to rotate into our quads. So we feel bad sometimes because like tonight I'm going to hop on, like after the podcast, they'll already be on, and then they're going to have to kick somebody out of the Discord call because I'm getting on. And I always feel bad for that. But it's like, I think people that are in our Discord know that if you see the three of us playing, like, you better hurry up and try and be the fourth one, because
dang, it's like that.
Like,
get in line type shit.
It sounds bad, but like I don't know.
No, but if you guys are the main three, I get you.
It's our Discord, you know, like it's the three of our Discords. Like, yeah, it's just. But I do feel bad because we have to rotate people in sometimes, and I just feel like first come, first serve.
No, I get you.
Okay, enough rant about video games. I just wanted to talk about the Bird Peanut. He's fucking hilarious, bro.
No, that's cool. Putch, are you hyped
for the video games?
No, for this weekend.
Oh yeah. I am.
That thing.
Yeah, he's like, I forgot all about that.
No, it's stressful, man, and it's crazy. Like when I sit and I recently I've kind of thumbed through to look at other organizations that have put together events, and it's like, yo, they actually have a whole organization behind them. Like, and I'm kind of doing this by myself, you know. Like I definitely have people who've like reached out to help and have lent help in certain ways, but the planning and coordination and financial responsibilities all been me, and so yeah, it's coming to its climax. So I'm definitely tired, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see people dance in the city and be trying hard, like their hardest, And yeah, to be able to name a champion, the first ever.
But when it's all said and done, though, like all the financial burden, all of this, you being tired, like ultimately, the return is more, right? I'm not just talking about like the financial return, but like the return is more, right? Like, your notoriety and all that shit.
Not exactly. That's a part of the gamble too, right? I remember I got booked for an event in Colorado, and it was explained to me one way, but then when I got there, it was something different. And that same organizer had a similar issue about a month later, where I was supposed to be at that event, but I was like, no, I'm okay. And it was so bad, like people were packing up like 10 people to a room
Damn.
because bookings were not booked, and
Yeah.
rooms and cars were not booked, and motherfuckers per diem did not make it, you know? So yeah, it could be detrimental to your reputation if the event's not good. And then you go down the rabbit hole, well, what's good? You know, what's a good event? Um yeah, so again, my hope and prayer is that there's no rain, right? That it stays dry. And second is that just that people have a good time. I want people to have a good time. I could have made it a, just a tournament where big names come, like heavy hitters come. But I specifically made this for the rookies for a reason. So I'm hoping to see young new faces and people who can be excited for the first time.
Have you had to like talk to OPD and stuff and make sure that they know that it's going to be an outside event and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've spoken with OPD. I'm going to give them another call just to kind of remind them. I have, I have permission from the location, right? I've even went as far as to go speak to the people across the street.
Where exactly is it going to be at?
We're going to be at the Oxnard Masonic Lodge, right there by the POW.
Oh,
so right there off of 5th and K. So there's literally no houses, but I even went to the neighborhood across and knocked, and I was like, hey, just want to let you guys know this is what's going to be going on, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to call OPD again. But it's a Saturday night, you know what I mean? And music's allowed to play until 10.
And on 5th is crazy, but
on 5th, bro, there's no cops. Nobody goes there, right? So we're not going to have an issue, but it's already been taken care of. I just hope that they sit on it. You know what I mean? I hope that they sit on their words. Yeah. Other than that, I'm tired, man. I got a dude I'm collabing with from the Philippines. I got this person coming from over here. I've been getting DMs from OGs talking shit.
Damn.
Yeah, everything, bro.
Just about the event, or what are they talking shit on? Like what?
All of it. Just how dare you throw an event? How dare you throw an event and not reach out to any of the OGs? Who are these judges? Who are these people? Do you even know who I am? And it's kind of like, hey, dog, actually, I know exactly who you are.
Yeah, but you got motion, bro, because you have Beast Camp behind you. Like that's like.
No, I don't.
No. I'm not saying like representing the
event,
but I'm just saying like it's not like you're
wolfing it.
Yeah, it's not like you're just some random kid throwing a fucking event. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of.
You could pull some weight.
Yeah, like you have strings to pull if you ever needed to.
No, I don't. There's no really. I don't. The camp don't back me up that way, which is cool, right? Because I don't back them up that way. I have no reason to validate who they are or what they can do, right? I've always told Sherwin, just do what the fuck you want, bro, and we'll deal with the rest, right? Like, so for me, I just do whatever the fuck I want, and I'll deal with it later. Like, no one's gonna stop me. And I told Oh, I don't want to say his name, but I told him, like, I've reached out to you. I've reached out to my OGs. I've reached out to my veterans and heavy hitters about coming and judging. And when I have somebody who wants to charge me $1,200 for their services,
Damn.
I'm sorry, bud, but I'm going to go in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're worth that money. I'm not here saying you're fucking crazy for charging me that money. I'm not saying that.
We just ain't got it like that, pimp.
I just ain't got it like that. That's where motherfuckers get real confused.
Yeah.
Confused that my inability to pay them is like as if it diminishes their value. It's like, no, actually, your value is so high that our event isn't there yet. It's still in its virgin infancy, and you got to let me cook, right? Or you bring your fucking price down.
Yeah.
But I'm not asking for the second one. What I'm saying is what I will stand on and say every time is, no, let me cook. Let me get the money together. Let me get the flow together, and then we'll book you. But it's all good. He knows I love him, and text messages are hard to delete. You know.
Damn. Especially when you got screenshots.
Yeah.
Well, especially 4 years ago, me saying, "Hey, I would love to have you on my podcast," and they were never replied to. For sure.
They said 1,200 maybe.
Yeah,
for a podcast.
1,200 for the pod.
They thought they got Jordan Peterson charging costs.
Bro, you guys are fucking tripping. I'd pay them to do the pod, right? Like if they were driving to where I am, right? I'd pay their gas for sure. Smoke them out, buy some food. But you want $600, $700, $800 to come sit on my podcast, bro, for 2 hours and talk?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
That's
Imagine
nuts.
charging somebody $800 just to fucking talk to you.
Bro, I've been doing this shit for free for 2 years, damn near.
Facts.
By the way, Putch, you're racking up a tab, okay? I just want to let you know.
Dude, and the people I've interviewed, like just on the smoking section, is like thousands of dollars, bro, that I should have been paying out to people like Andrew Batterina.
That's the first person I was gonna say. Like, you had Andrew Batterina on your show, bro.
Yeah.
Did he charge you?
No.
See, that's crazy, bro.
That shit on the straight. I know Andrew. That's why. Shout out my man Andrew Batterina. It's because I know Andrew.
I love that man, bro. I will lick the bottom of that man's feet. I swear to God, I will.
Jesus, I thought you were gonna go way more.
Nah, I won't go higher than the feet.
Okay, all right.
I was supposed to do another pod with Jesse, but that got postponed.
I was gonna ask too. Sorry, because I don't know his name or their name. But there was a judge that you said that might not be able to make it. I just want to see how they're doing because I think it was medical reasons, right? They were gonna do like a surgery possibly.
Oh yes.
Cube.
Yeah, shout out my dude Cube. So far so good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, everybody right now, they're in good spirits. I don't know if I mentioned, but like we had somebody in the community pass away a few weeks back. Yeah, so that's kind of like where everybody's focus kind of shifted for a second, like a hot second. But no, I've been texting everybody here and there, and we have a big group chat with the judging company that I brought in, and then the judges themselves, and then texting Childish, and then just fucking everybody reposting the flyers. I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, no, but good. He's good. He's as good as it can be, I guess.
Good, yeah. Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad. I hope the event turns out sick. I know, Will, you put a lot of hard work into it, so I'm glad it's all coming to a headway this weekend. That's cool.
Shout out JW Enterprises for hooking me up with a fucking porta potty. Let's go, baby.
You got a porta potty too?
Yeah, because I'm doing it all outside. I'm doing all outdoors, and I even talked to the lodge for a hot second about doing it indoors, but I'm like, no, outdoor. I want to be in the parking lot.
Is that just the vibe? Like you can never really do indoor?
I could do indoor if I wanted to, right? But what I'm trying to establish with the morgue is it's not a ballroom, arena room type of feeling. It is a street event. This is in the we are in the street, you know.
Like it's what you came up with, bro, with the 818 and shit like that. Like this is what you know. This is how where it should be. Like is Buddy that was trying to throw sessions in Oxnard gonna be there too?
He said he's going to be there. Him and his fam. I have a new student that is entering. And you know the Korpsx fam right now is kind of spread out and about, so I don't know exactly who's going to make it or not. But we will have some Oxnard representatives, so that's exciting. Yeah,
is Sly gonna be there at least?
He's got some audition to do during a portion of the evening, so I don't know if he's going to show up late or be there for a little bit and then bounce, but he's got some shit going on.
What time does the event start? Because I'm gonna be there, but it's just gonna take me a little bit to get there.
At 7.
All right, 7.
Yeah.
7.
I think on the flyer it says 6. But everything's really going to be starting around 7. 6 should be people showing up. We session a little bit, talk and chit chat and shit. 7 is going to be the start of the prelims. So,
okay,
all right,
that's cool.
I'm gonna need somebody to pick me up from the Amtrak, bro. I'll let you know though. I'll let you know what station I get off at.
Yeah, because if
Oxnard
you're
would probably be the better station, right?
Yeah, if you're in Ventura would be the quickest if you're off the train anywhere like around like 4, right? Like
no,
earlier.
I'm gonna try and get there before 4.
Okay, if you're there before 4, Ventura would probably be better because I'm gonna probably be in the town. Anywhere closer to the event start, Oxnard, because I could send somebody. I could either send somebody to go get you, or I could go get you myself. Either one.
All right. All right. You're gonna be there at 6 though.
I will probably be there all fucking day.
Okay. I'll be texting you.
Yeah, because I work in the morning, but I'll be there all day. I might just call out. I don't know. Because I'm sick.
That's cool.
That's sick though. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be a good time, bro.
It's gonna be a good time, bro. Even I had a nightmare the other night that only 2 people showed up, and it was an empty parking lot, and there was no judges, there was nobody, and I still remember the look. I don't even know who the dude was because I'm having the best time of my life, and I was like, okay, good, like yay, yeah, like yay. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It doesn't matter, man, as long as we're all together.
Yeah.
There's no failure when it comes to this type of situation.
There is. There is.
It's like, yeah, Cisco, you're fucking wrong.
There definitely is. I have realized, bro. I have realized there was a lot that I knew, right, about throwing an event. It's not the first time I've ever put something together, right? Grade 05 sessions. But there's a hard line that you got to not oversell. And I think it's big in just like in life in general too. I think it's a very general idea. Like don't oversell yourself, right? Like it's cool to speak up on your product and what your product can provide. But I think also know your limitations and know how far you can really exert yourself in certain directions, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree with that. What is it, like undersell and then over deliver, something like that?
Yeah, undersell, over deliver, and versus oversell, under deliver. Because I think that's what makes for a bad event. You gas up and say that you're going to book all these people and all this shit, but then you see the tab and you're like, oh shit, I can't book all these people. Then people come to a falsely advertised event.
Mm-hmm.
And then your street cred becomes, oh, he ain't who he says he is.
Yeah.
Versus
even on just the one event,
versus Korpsx, hey dog, hey dog, hey bro, your event's kind of popping. Like hey, it is, huh? Like, hey, it is. That's
I was like, it's always good to hear people be like, this is better than like I expected, like low key and like type shit, you know.
It's kind of a good turnout, huh, bro? It's like, yeah, actually it is.
It's kind of sick.
Kind of fucking rad, bro. The last time I saw ER, rest in peace, was right across the street. Almost exactly 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Was the last time I saw him. So it's a big one. This is going to be, it's a lot of people don't know, but it's it's going to be big for me at least. It's going to be big for me.
And it's going to be probably the biggest Crump event Oxnard, or it is going to be the biggest Crump event Oxnard has ever seen.
It's the first one. It's the
Obviously.
first one.
Default the biggest.
Yeah,
By
I've
default,
done the
the
workshops. I've brought legit workshops. I've brought now a tournament, rookies tournament.
Mhm.
So the next one will be a full-on tournament. We'll see if we have the rookies again, though. We'll see.
It's going to be
That'd be
sick.
cool.
I'm excited. What about you, D? What's good, bro?
Just trying to survive, bro.
Mullet's coming back, nice.
Tight, you know. It's been here. My barber just got back in town. He's gone for a minute, but he's back now. I went right.
Was it last week we talked about the barber situation?
I don't even know if we said that on the podcast.
Oh, did we
we?
not say it on the podcast? I
don't
thought we
think
did.
so. Long story short, Barbara left. I found out what happened throughout everything. He sent like a mass message. Sorry, long story short, for anybody who doesn't know who's watching this, because I don't think we went over this. My barber ended up leaving super abruptly. He didn't tell any of his clientele, and so we all kind of just spread out across the barber because it's like one shop and there's multiple barbers there, and everybody's like, "What the fuck, bro? That was kind of fucked up. Like, what the fuck? I've been going to this dude for like 8 years, almost a decade of my hair has been cut by this man." And so, of course, I felt kind of some type of way. It wasn't until later, obviously this past weekend or something, that I got my haircut that I found out what happened. He sent a mass text message to everybody using a like, it's, I don't know if it's an app or like some sort of service to mass text all of his clients to tell them what's going on. Kind of this long paragraph of like, "Hey, I'm leaving, but I want to leave you guys with like some time to be able to figure shit out, whatever." And he leaves it at that, and he's like, "And nobody texted me back. Nobody hit me, and nobody said anything." And so I was like, "Oh, I guess people are like cool without me." So like, I guess that's it. And so he moves to Vegas. I didn't say that. I don't know if he wants that out there. Anyway, he moves to Vegas. I won't get into his own personal stuff too much. Moves to Vegas, and then comes back and is like, "Hey, hit me up." I hit him up. I'm like, "Yo, like, if you're down, we're cool."
I miss you.
I miss you, babe, please. No, but in the meantime, I got my haircut by a really cool dude. His name is Mo, and he did a really good job. He was quick. He did it in like half the time, but I think he did a good job still. Real cool dude. And I even this was such a weird like experience because my barber coming back, I kind of felt like going back to a person who like cheated on me low key. It was just like the kind of groveling like walk of shame after a one night stand back to him. But then also I have this like other person who's been cutting my hair, and he's really cool. We've chatted throughout the months that he wasn't here, and I texted him and was like, "Yo, I don't know if this is a big deal. I don't know if I'm making it like a bigger thing than it needs to be, but I just want to let you know. Obviously, he's back. I messaged him. I want to let you know that I'm going to be booking with him. No hard feelings. Like, you've been doing sick work. Whatever." Cisco, don't laugh, bro.
It's just so funny because like it is so much like relationship type.
It's
thing.
so
like,
weird. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, like this girl, she moved off to college. I thought she was never gonna come back. I started seeing this girl, and she was like everything that I could ask for. But then this girl came back, and she's like my one true love. So I had to like tell this girl like, "Hey, sorry, but like." This is the person I really want to be.
Literally. So I texted him. I was like, "Listen, I don't know if I'm like, if this is not a big deal. I just want to let you know and be like, be respectful because you've been nothing but cool. You've cut my hair. It's been good. You've been doing good work. So I don't want to just be like, peace, and like never tell you anything." And he really appreciated it. He was like you're so sick for this. Like, I appreciate you. Of course I understand. Like, he was your barber for so long. I get it. He's like, no hard feelings at all. Cool. We're cool. I go back. My barber, my original barber is like, I sent this max text. Nobody messaged me back. I thought nobody fuck with me. So I was like, all right, I guess everybody's chill. I'm moving to Vegas. Peace out. It turns out that the messaging services failed to send his message, but on his end, it looked fine. It looked like it It was all kosher. It was all cool. He just never got a response. And so he's like, oh, I guess people don't like fuck with me like that. Like they don't care if I'm gone or whatever. So he left. And then when he came back, everybody was like, bro, what the fuck? I didn't get anything. So he was like, so all week I've been like messaging people and trying to tell them what happened. And, you know, whether they believe me or not, we'll see. But I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Because I even told them, I was like, I was in Vegas in October or whenever it was. I know it was last month at some point. And it felt weird. It felt like, oh, like I'm going to see my ex on the street. And
Yeah, like what if I run into him?
like, yeah. And I was like, I don't know, this is weird. And I even told them, I was like, I would have hit you up if I thought you like fucked with me. But while I was there, I was like, it feels weird. I can't just hit him up and it'd be weird. So I was like, I just didn't think you fucked with me. So I was like, let me just.
It's like when you know your ex is at a pool party and you show up and you're like, hey.
Yeah. You're trying to like to make conversation with everybody else and never make eye contact with them. You're like,
Been there
yeah, it was weird. It was definitely weird. But I'm glad he's back. He does good work. And yeah, and we have years of history.
You're like I missed the way your hands held my side of my head when you
exactly
tapered me.
Exactly. No, but he's a cool dude. So I'm glad.
That's fucking funny.
But other than that, nothing. I'm trying to coordinate. Like my mom's coming down. I see my mom more this year than like ever. Not ever, literally, but like since we've been living apart. This is the year that we've just like linked up. We linked up in Vegas. We linked up. Where else? I went over there. Oh, I went over there to Washington to help her move, stuff like that. Yeah, so it's been a lot of seeing my mom, and I'm gonna see her in December too. So that'll be nice. That'll be cool. I'm very excited.
Hell yeah!
So nice.
Oh,
Yes,
Korpsx, I got a question for you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we might have touched on this, but I don't
Uh-oh.
remember if we did or not. Do your kids believe in Santa Claus?
Yes.
And are you okay with your kids believing in Santa Claus?
Not anymore. We're getting ready to break the news to them.
Just for a religious standpoint, or just like what's the reasoning behind it?
Even off the religious standpoint,
It's just that time.
well, religiously, let's look at it like this. Even if we weren't Christian, but we wanted our children to believe in God, I teach them their whole life that there's this imaginary man who knows what you've been doing all year long and knows if you've been bad or good, and then all of a sudden I tell you he's fake. How are you supposed to believe in God? How are you supposed to trust my words on this thing that you can't quite see? On top of that,
that's a good point. Actually. That's a very good point.
Why would I teach my children to respect some other man that doesn't provide shit to him, but not teach them to respect me and their mommy?
Mommy. Wait, you should. I don't think those things are like mutually exclusive.
I don't think Peanut respects Santa Claus at all. He just knows he brings him gifts.
Hold on. It comes Christmas time, we say, "Oh, I'm gonna tell Santa about this." Oh, you're gonna be on Santa.
But that's like the chupacabra. That's like the La Llorona. That's
But
like a
kids-
repercussion thing.
No, but kids get tight. Remember being a kid. Try to remember being a kid.
I know, but it's not because I respected Santa. It was because I fucking wanted the gifts he gives me. I just want the shit. I don't care if he thinks I'm good or not.
You respect the authority that comes along with that threat. You respect
it's
it
more
because your
the
behavior changes.
It's more the repercussion that I don't want. It's not even the like.
Okay, whatever. We could play fucking semantics. That
No,
fucking
okay.
how they jump up and change their fucking
Sure.
attitude real quick. It should be that because dad fucking says so, or because mommy says so.
Yeah, but you shouldn't use Santa Claus as a reason then. If that, like, I could still see them believing in Santa Claus and you not, like, you just deciding not to say, like, oh, I'm going to tell Santa Claus about this.
No,
because I don't say that to Peanut. I've never once.
I think he's pointing more towards the reaction, though.
Well, it's beyond that. It's why am I going to keep teaching my kids to say thank you to this imaginary person? Give thanks to the people who actually did it for you. Give thanks to grandma and grandpa, bro. Give thanks to your auntie and uncle. Give thanks to your brothers and sisters. Give thanks to your mom and dad.
Do you give gifts that actually say like Santa?
Yes.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Like
I don't
from
think I ever, even though I believed in Santa, I don't think I ever got gifts from Santa. Ever. I don't think I got them addressed from Santa. It was always from mom and dad or whatever. Or whoever gave them to me. Yeah. And then
how
like
the fuck did you know Santa was gonna give you a gift?
I don't know. I just thought maybe Santa wrote like my mom's name or something. I never thought about whether or not Santa was signing the thing, you know what I mean? And then of course my parents would be like, go give great grandma a hug. Dumbass, be grateful.
For Santa's gift.
Yeah. Well, no, because it didn't say Santa. It said, my grandma's name.
Yeah, so yeah, no, we're I think we're doing away with all the fucking that whole good old hoopla.
Oh, okay, so the reason I was asking was
Wait, what would
like-
you do if you asked? And I was like, wait, what?
I'd believe it, bro. I'd be like, oh shit, I just fucking ruined Damien's whole existence.
I'd be like, wait, guys, I think I have to get off.
You're like start sobbing. You're like, Mom.
Mom, what the fuck? All these years? No.
The reason I asked, and I think we talked about this on the pod, like in the first original 100 episodes, or the first original like 50 episodes, was what white lies is it okay to tell your children? None at all.
None. There's none that are okay. There's none that are okay, but we've allowed ourselves to make some acceptable. But I think that's it's really murky. There's some shit that ain't my business either, right? Like there's some stuff that just ain't your kid's business. But to flat lie to them, I just don't think that they deserve that. They're not owed that those discrepancies.
Wait, they're not owed the lie?
Mm-mm.
But are they owed the truth?
Yes.
Why? They're children.
I think some things with like death, it's probably fine to white lie them about. At least until they can really grapple with that.
That's why it gets weird, right? Like some stuff just ain't their business. Oh, how did they die? Baby, that's just not for us, right? Like I don't ask that. How'd they die? I really try not to ask that question as much anymore. If I didn't already know, like if it wasn't already made privy to me, then it's just not my fucking business.
Yeah, I don't ask that question at all either.
I
never asked that question.
Do you get what I'm saying? I think there's a weird line that we have to have self-control over as people and to teach our children, like, hey, that's not a nice question. You're not being mean, baby, and you're not being disrespectful. It's just not a nice question, baby. That's questions that we don't ask. Versus like white lying to them, like, what's a white lie? Like
Santa Claus,
okay, Easter Bunny, okay, that's cool, right? Like you allow them to participate in these festivities, but okay, let's just not take it on a religious standpoint. Let's just ex-nay that. You tell them Easter Bunny, you tell them Tooth Fairy, and you tell them Santa.
Oh, Tooth Fairy, there's a good one. Tooth Fairy is the one that I'm gonna try and write out the longest I possibly can.
Yeah, that one's kind of like, that one doesn't bother me as much.
Easter Bunny, I don't think Peanut even knows that there's a fucking Easter Bunny.
I don't fuck with the Easter Bunny. I don't fuck with Easter Bunny. I don't fuck with that. I don't.
Just because I don't even fucking know how to tell the story about the fucking Easter Bunny. So like,
there's a bunny that lays eggs. That's
it's symbolic of fertility rituals. I'm good.
Oh, bro.
Like,
Peace.
I'm all the way good off that. But all we teach our children is that we lie, and that it's okay to lie.
Nah, I don't think that's how it works. Because
like,
let me just give it to you the opposite way, right? Let me give it to you the opposite way, because Damien said it himself, like the whole dying scenario, right? Like Peanut believe, like, I don't know where the fuck he's heard it from. I don't know if it's school, books that he's read, whatever the case may be. But like, I don't believe in heaven, right? Like, I don't believe in the heavens. And Peanut thinks that when something dies, they go to the heavens because he heard that from somebody. I don't remember exactly where he told me he heard that, but like, it's lying to me if I say, oh, like, yeah, they're going to the heavens and this is what, because I don't believe in that, right? But that's like I tell him, like, yeah, they're in the heavens, son. Like, whatever you believe the heavens is, that's where they are.
So then what's the truth?
Well, it would be my truth, right? Like what I want him to believe.
What's the truth though?
What I don't understand.
Because
nobody knows what the truth is.
Well, but there's a truth. There's a truth in there, right? And that's what I'm hoping that I'm hoping to do with my own that they're gonna, baby. I don't know, but they're gonna be gone a lot longer than they've ever been.
Oh, that he already knows. Yeah,
right.
Like they're dead. He knows. Peanut is very smart. He knows what dead is. Like he knows dead. Like he's like when Oscar died, he was like, okay, he's dead. He's never coming back ever. Peanut actually told me that was, we were playing Truth or Dare the other day. I don't know why, but I was like, okay, truth. Like what he asked me what your biggest fear is. And we were playing with my friend Gabe and I was like, oh, like, never seeing Peanut again. And then Peanut said his biggest fear was dying. And I'm like, son, you're 7 years old. You don't have to worry about this. You know what I mean? Like this is something that you don't have to worry about for years and years and years and years. So like I know that it's prevalent in his mind, which is kind of scary for a
7 years old, bro. At 7 years old, I was fucking not thinking about death.
But he's fucking smart, bro. Like he's very conscious of everything.
That exudes high levels of intelligence.
He's high levels of self-awareness.
Yes, that is like haven't you guys noticed that when they do these exercises with animals to test their intelligence, like peak levels of intelligence are animals that can question their mortality or they have questions of mortality. What was the fucking name? It was a gorilla. It was there was some
one that got sick.
I don't know if any
is the one that got sick.
Can any animal really? How would we even figure out what animal's question?
There was a gorilla. The motherfucker could do all the shit, right?
Yeah,
and
then he had like a white lady with blonde hair who he would sign to. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Joe or something, Joey or some. I can't fucking remember, right? But yeah, it was kind of not like super recent, but not like uber long ago.
No, it was like late 90s, I think.
Late 90s, if I remember, because I remember they did Mighty Joe Young around the same time.
Anytime I'm fucking cold. Anytime I've heard any sort of like sign language thing, I thought it was always boiled down to they kind of can memorize signs and they got like obviously that positive reinforcement. Post that, please. Post what?
He's talking about the story. I'm sure.
Oh
if
shit!
Kelly's
All the
in here,
chats.
she'll find it. I'm coming.
I'd heard about all of these, like not all because there's not like a ton of them, but any time an animal is shown any sort of language and we're perceiving it as them communicating with us or having some sort of level of intelligence of understanding what they're saying, it's a lot of the times just from what I've heard, at least I haven't looked super deeply into this, is a lot of the times just that positive reinforcement just kind of being played out all of the time with the signs.
I would vote against that anytime anybody says that.
I just
like
don't
you've
think
owned a dog
animals
before, right? Like would you agree or not agree that a gorilla is probably smarter than a dog?
Yes.
Maybe.
There's no way.
Maybe. I really don't know. Maybe. If dogs had opposable thumbs, like how much smarter would they be?
Well, why does the thumb make them smarter?
Because they're able to interact with the world in vastly different ways than not having opposable thumbs.
Okay, I don't think that
I wouldn't judge a fish's intelligence though on its ability to run, right, or fly. So its opposable thumbs isn't what's its mark of intelligence.
I'm not saying that it's.
You're just saying they have more knowledge because they've been able to touch, feel, and do all
you're able to even perceive the. Imagine you have two beings that can observe things, right? But the being with the ability to interact with the world will seem to have more curiosity just merely by being able to touch and maybe like observe or move or like turn things around. Like you'll always perceive this thing, I think, as more curious or intelligent or inquisitive of whatever their space is because they can interact with the world vastly differently than the one that wouldn't have.
But you've had a dog before, right?
Yeah, of course.
Would you not say that your dog like has ever shown signs of intelligence to where it's not something that you've taught them, or like even if you're like if like just reaction to your emotions or things of that nature? Because they don't do that based off of the positive reinforcements that you've given them.
I think I don't know. Maybe. I mean, maybe.
So the world record is held by Chaser, who is a border collie, for commands remembered and learned, which was over 1,222, right? And learned around 165 actual words, right? Where my man Coco, who learned over 1,000 signs and understood over 2,000 words of spoken English. Coco, I don't think this was the one that questioned its mortality, but yeah, I don't even want to say that something's intelligence is based off of what it can like memorize, right, and recognize. But dude, yeah, no, bro, gorillas are vastly intelligent animals.
Oh wait.
Was it Coco? I don't know. I don't
When
want to
asked
say
about death, the gorilla Coco, who knew sign language, responded that gorillas go to a comfortable hole and signed by.
Comfortable hole. Is that when they die? But like
I
where they
guess.
go to die?
Yeah, I guess they go find a hole to go die in.
Her handlers also observed that she appeared to grieve, showing sadness when her kitten and companion Robin Williams died.
Dogs will grieve. I've watched dogs sit around another dead dog and just start howling.
Oh, mine were very sad.
I'm sure there has to be some level of like understanding when a part of your pack or whatever like dies and within dogs and stuff like that. Yeah.
So okay, but I guess to take it back to like something that Save was saying earlier is I guess the truth in these situations, right? And this is just from real life, like my own real life experiences. Like when Elijah's like, oh, he would ask me about my dad sometimes. Like, oh, like Papa Andrade's dead. He's like, yeah, he's dead, baby. And did he go to heaven? Like, I don't know, baby. I hope so. Well, what makes you hope so? Well, because I believe in this. This is what I believe. Not everybody believes that, baby. Well, then how do we know? Well, it's what you believe. But what I know is that my dad is gone. And he will be gone a lot longer than I will ever have remembered him. And there will be a point that I've lived longer than I've ever remembered him. So that's the truth. And that's like, I feel like that's like weird when I tell my son that type of stuff, but that's the truth. That's the truth, son. Like, yes, he's dead. Yes. And that's going to be that's it. There's no changing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I am glad that, he got introduced to church and shit early. Cause I just don't, I mean, we've had this debate 1,000 times, but it can't be lights off at the end. I feel like that's just not, I don't know. See,
I don't think that I don't think it's lights off either. I just don't think that there's a heaven.
Wait, what do you think happens after? Like, aside
We've already
from
had this conversation. The spirit, you remember the quilt, bro?
Oh, that's right. The soup.
The soup.
The soup. I'm merely a basil leaf in the tomato soup.
Yeah, bro. You're a mixture of just everything.
That scares me more than just like being in heaven.
That scares you more?
Like a lot of like talks about heaven.
Eternal life, like living forever, isn't a scary thought.
That's a scary thought. But so is like obviously I have so much buy-in into who I am because it's who I am. It's all I known, right? But then when I'm gone, the idea of like being cheese grated into this like existence and put into so many different things is like there's no more me. Although there is, and it's in everything and whatever. And you want to be like, I'm everywhere and everything.
There's
like,
essence of you.
Everywhere. No, bro, I want to be all in one place.
But you aren't
you right now
either. But you aren't you right now either. You're an essence of everything that has built up to make.
But even if I'm the essence in combination, I'm the unique thing right now, and I like the thing right now. I prefer being this thing than like
Yeah, but you're gonna be dead, so what does it matter?
the fucking. Not if I download my consciousness into Chat GPT.
That would be sick.
That'd be wild. I wouldn't do it either because it still would. I mean, maybe I would, but it wouldn't be me. I'm me. You know what I mean? I could only make a copy. It wouldn't actually be.
Well,
me.
your brain and you are not the same.
I kind of is. I
I
mean, my soul
buddy.
is like
Yeah.
it's like a whole different thing. But me, who I am, who's speaking to you, is my brain.
There's a little soul in there.
There is. No, there is. But I don't think it's interacting with the world in language in our day to day.
Yes,
Your
yes,
brain
I
is
agree-
the
I agree with
computer.
that.
You're the person sitting at the computer.
I don't
think
know if I
so.
believe that one either.
I don't think
your
so.
brain is much more powerful than you being able to take control of it.
I think I'm
That's the
I'm
crazy
the
part about it.
even if I'm the person at the computer, my soul or like me is whenever
Yeah.
I'm like, keystroking and I'm doing something I shouldn't be, I'm the one that's like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. And I'm like, yeah, but I'll get away with it a little bit, type shit. And then I do it anyway. And the me is like, hey, I told you not to do that dumbass shit. And look where you are. I'm like, yeah, you're right. My bad.
That's an interesting perspective.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yes. Your brain is so powerful, bro. Because you think that you're in full control. Your brain can snap into 5 different consciences in 1 second. Right now, it could happen, and you're never gonna be in control. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. It is crazy. The way that the brain is structured too. It's crazy to see like companies and things like that and like how gambling works and stuff to hijack your brain to be like, you could be losing with a smile, bro. That's what gambling is. You're fucking losing with a smile, loving it every second of it.
See, like
that shit is wild.
2 months ago, 3 months ago, I'd have probably agreed a little more. But I think
With which part?
because I like to believe that if we were talking about, what's the difference between the mind, the body, the soul? And so the soul to me is the person sitting at the computer. And the computer is the brain. The brain, which I'm keystroking on and pushing the buttons, and that's what's causing me to do all the things in this world and have these experiences. And it was an important take that when I heard, I start doing stuff that I'm not supposed to be doing on the computer. And then I have to turn around and tell myself, no, don't do that. Where I would have agreed with that more before, but now I'm going to tell you, you just have a busted computer. There is insufficiencies in your computer, or there's keystrokes that you've made that you don't quite understand. Like there's some bad software.
Analogies are so good.
There's some bad software. The screen LED is going out. The pixels are frying up. You got a crack in the screen. There's something because the person at the computer is fine. They are good at all times. It's this thing and how it's interacting with the world now, which is faulty. Because I'm saying a few months ago, I'd have probably agreed with that a lot more.
I don't know how you could ever explain like a wrong action then in that analogy, because although you would have incorrect inputs, you could just not do them if you didn't fully understand them. But you as a person don't do that. You make mistakes even when you know that you shouldn't do them. Even when you very extremely explicitly know it's the wrong thing to do. It's not that you have malware. It's not that you have any sort of ill input. It's because you have
impulsivity.
Impulsivity, exactly. I was going to say cravings, but that's actually a better word. You have some impulsive, think that you can get away with it feeling of like, it might not be bad this time, and you're tricking yourself into believing that. And so you go forward with it anyway.
So I would want to reframe that Because I can see how you come with that question as if it's a series of apps that we're flipping through, right? Like you click into this app and dive into this, and yeah, next thing you know, you're scrolling on this, and now you're on Twitter, and we know what Twitter is good for.
Nothing.
I would reframe it as think of like keystrokes, right? And you're typing this long thing, and before you know it, words have a lot of red lines underneath them. And then you start making some choices. Well, I could go back and correct that later, or I can change it right now. What am I going to do? Or am I going to change this word? And so I think that there's parts of the person at the computer, right? They begin moving a little too fast, right? And they're not making the 3 deep breaths before they have a reaction, right? Or the next action or the next backspace, right? I don't like to believe, and I bump into a lot of heads with this one, is I don't like to think anyone is inherently bad. I think I've said that many times on this podcast, though.
I think we've all agreed to that. I think we've all agreed, right?
Yeah. I don't think anybody's inherently bad.
So I just don't think that they're inherently bad. And this is something that, I learned through bhakti yoga, but it's also which is interesting about the whole heaven topic. Something about also, the Christian and Islamic and Jewish faith is their heaven isn't just this place of like streets of gold. It's about being close to God, like being close to him is heaven. Right. And so I think that sometimes when we keystroke and we start getting a little further and further away from what we were actually saying, and it becomes mush, that is when you start seeing people who are making worse and worse decisions because they're just getting further and further away from what they're really trying to say.
Do you think the computer can act on its own? In this analogy, the computer is like the brain. We're arguing whether or not not really arguing, but I'm just trying to understand more like whether or not you think the brain is you or how much of that is you.
I think there's some independence that it's going to have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's its own fleshy container. Like this laptop, it's its own hardware. It's its own thing. I sit and I create a command to it. So yeah, I think even with this type of analogy, because that's how I could explain people with split personalities, people who suffer from all kinds of different mental afflictions, right? It's like, hey, their wires are just a little different. With this game cartridge, you got to hit it with a and then pop it in, give it a little tap on the side, bro, because it just doesn't sit right.
I would agree with you. Like, I think people's brains are chemically different, and so the computer can be wired differently for certain things. Some people are really good at gaming, others are really good at math, others are whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But okay, it's interesting to see where your head's at with that.
Because I'm not the car, I'm the driver of the car.
Are you in the car or are you on the car?
I can get on it, but if I crash into somebody, I'm definitely in it, right? And they don't charge my car with manslaughter. They charge me with manslaughter. That's where I first
Unless you're driving a Tesla in full automated driving, then rules get shaky.
No, the driver can still be the driver will still be charged. I
Currently,
remember there was a case.
But it depends on the level of self-driving. Anyway, that's not nor here nor there.
That's neither here nor there, fellas.
Because there is things like Waymo where there's actually no driver at all.
Ooh! Save before we move. I want to ask you: what if I told you though that heaven is that?
Heaven is what?
That heaven is
what I believe it to be?
Being with the oneness. With the oneness of it all. That is heaven. That is heaven.
No. But I don't believe there is a oneness. I don't believe there's just one.
You become a part of the soup.
No. But there's millions of soups. There's not just one soup.
What?
Okay,
Yes, we
but take
talked
all
about it.
those, take
Wait,
all those
that's-
millions of
Okay,
soup.
like I'm a soup, you're a soup, D's a soup. Like we're all just soups. Okay, well, okay, sure. Maybe you could put it that way, right? Like maybe we are just one big soup, and then like it gets ladled into the next person. You know
a
what I mean?
different
Like
bowl. Yeah.
I've never thought of it that way. It could very well be that. Sure, sure,
All the
sure.
soups in one.
All the soups in one,
You're
and
all a
then you
part
just
of it.
get, and then you just like get ladled out a little, a little bit of this soup gets ladled out into the next person, and a little. I mean, listen, that could very much be it. That very much could be it.
Yeah,
What if-
I'm not opposed to thinking that. Actually,
What if when you pass away, you just look up and there's a lunch lady ladling a soup into a bowl, and then you get reincarnated? Oh my god!
that'd be crazy. Well, I was gonna say the same thing to you, actually, Pudge, was because you said there's a belief that heaven is your closeness to God, right?
Yeah, it is heaven.
So like it is that. So what if it is just that you for that second right before you pass, there's people that say they see the white light or they see this and that and the other. And I'm sure there's like a whole scripture on what it could be, but we don't have to go into all that. But what if it is just that, right? Like at that moment, right before you take your last breath, or the second after you take your last breath, you are just with God for a split second, and then it's lights out. Like, what if that's what heaven is?
Oh my god!
I would examine
The
that
acceptance
even-
of like, okay, you lived life well. Here I am. I wasn't make believe, and then poof, now it's done. You know what I mean?
Theologically, even amongst Abrahamic faiths, they've all argued whether or not there's an afterlife, right? Because that's borderline, it's borderline reincarnation, right? Though my thing is if the universe is going to, if it showed itself as this little ball to me in my dying moments, then there's something underwhelming about that idea. Do you get what I'm saying? Like how can
What
I
do you?
put-
What do you mean? Please clarify, because I'm gonna be like, so what if it's underwhelming? Like you're just saying that. Like, you remember like that episode or that movie Men in Black, and at the very, very end, they're like showing the
They're
universe, and then it's like more
shooting
universes,
marbles.
and they're shooting marbles. Like that's what we're in. Like if
Yeah.
that's what it is, then why does it have to be more? Like why does there have to be more?
Okay. No. It's not even if it has to be more. It's as
Well, that's what I understood when you say underwhelming.
if all of creation presented itself to me, right? It can't be lights off, right? Like the image of that thing, whatever that looks like, is going to burn into whatever last fluttering pieces of my consciousness is left, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's me in darkness for the rest of time, it couldn't be darkness because the last thing I saw was the great light, bro. The thing that created all things with a singular command. It made all things, bro. There's just no way. That's like seeing the pinhead of a lightning bolt strike and saying, oh yeah, that's all that there was. Like, no, there just can't be. That's hard for me to wrap my brain around.
But it can be, because think about it like this. What if there is no sight? What if there is no smell? What if there is no nothing? What if there's no consciousness? What if we all just become like jellyfish, right? Like jellyfish have no brain, no heart, no stomach, no, like they have nothing, right? I know it sounds funny,
Yeah, I
but
get
like
you.
think like what if when we die, sure, something happens to us when we're gone, but there's no consciousness. Like you know what I mean? Like how would you even know? What if as soon as we take our last breath, like it just resets and we're on to something else? And
I heard
there's
somebody
so
give
many
the
what ifs.
I heard somebody gave the example of like, can you think back to before you were born? And that's what like you could imagine the
Terrence
afterlife
Howard
would be.
can.
Who's Terrence? Oh, fucking
Earliest memories.
no,
of-
before you were born, before you were even like, I guess technically yes, before you were out of the womb. But I mean, before you were even like conceptually in the womb. Before that,
I don't even want to try and do that.
but that's what I'm saying is that it's almost like trying to. If you could imagine, if you had an eyeball back here in the back of your head, if you close your eyes and try to imagine looking back there, you can't. There's no like way to even conceptually think about that. That's what like death is. There's no way to even like without consciousness, there's no way to even conceptualize that notion. If that makes sense.
It's just I'm okay with the soup analogy. I'm okay with that being what it is. Because again, I agree that something happens. Something happens. It's scientifically incorrect to say that nothing happens.
By the way, Crystal
Something
Waters, I just want to give props. Crystal Waters said this in the chat. That analogy I just gave, that before
The eyeball thing?
No, before before birth. To imagine before birth.
Oh. Well, shout out to Crystal Waters.
Shout out Crystal Waters.
But like something happens. Something happens. I do believe that. But I don't see why anybody would want eternal life, like to live forever. It winds up giving no meaning to your life, to the life. The whole meaning of life is, or the meaning of why life is so great, even when it's shitty, it's great, right? Is because it ends. There's an ending. There is an ending to it. So why would I want to go from such a great life to something where I live forever?
Because beauty's not in the death, my brother. Beauty
is that there is an end.
We
beauty is that there is it.
Yeah, that's why we cherish our lives, right? But where our life finds meaning and where we find joy is being alive, right? I tell everybody every single day, being alive is pretty fucking rad. I don't want to die. I like being alive, right? But
being alive is rad because there is an ending. If you knew that you were just gonna live forever, like you'd be like, it's whatever, bro. Like this is not that great.
No, because I'll say like how the Apostle Paul said, to die is to gain. Right? Because you're telling me that through my obedience, right? No, I don't want to get too religious, but through my obedience, not only will I live a good life here on earth, but when my children burn my body, right? That there is a place that the dude who created all of this, the thing that created all of this, I have an opportunity to be near it, and to be near it for all of always. To know the love, to feel the feeling that I've felt loving my children, to feel that every single day, to feel it towards me, for me to feel it in my heart, to feel that feeling again, but also feel it towards me, to feel the sun rays kissing my face.
But Korpsx, but don't.
That's pretty rad.
Excuse me if I'm being fucking ignorant, okay? But as somebody who is religious, isn't it said that you're already feeling those things?
The love for my children every day coming from the Father. There's a staunch difference though once you actually leave this thing. When you leave this thing, this chrysalis that keeps me captive here on earth, there's no filter. You remove the filter. That's why hell is not just a place of fire and brimstone. It's actually a place of where you're separated from source, where you're away from it, right? And our true goal, I think everybody's true meaning in life should be to return to the source. That's why you say, oh, you joined the soup. I'm like, yeah, matter of fact, you do. you go into the pot, bro. Be in with source.
Yeah, but you go okay. So let me just I guess the eternal life portion of it in my head is that we just keep doing this thing over again. This, what we're doing right now.
No,
but just different pieces of us. I think I explained this in the last time that we talked about like what happens when we die. We have a whole podcast about that, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Where like it just happens again, just with smaller pieces of us. Is what I believe. So sure, maybe I do believe in eternal life as well, but I just don't I don't see what the benefit of an eternal life could be. I really don't. I don't see it. I don't see what it could be. Because if I like the whole point of it is okay, so there's have you guys seen the movie Just or In Time with Justin Timberlake?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't watched that.
No. The
Good movie.
concept of it is fucking one of the sickest concepts I've ever
It's
seen.
really good. You should watch that movie. It's a good
It's
movie.
very, very, very good. Like you're born. I think.
You have like
you have 25. At 25,
you stop aging.
you stop aging, and you have a certain amount of time on your arm on your clock.
You have like this
Yes,
long
I have
clock.
seen this. Yes, I have seen it.
Oh,
I
okay.
have.
And then but it like ties in with like wealth and shit like that. So you could have like 250 years on your clock and you're 25 for 250 years. And these guys are like gambling fucking half a century and shit like that. Like
on their little watch things. Yes.
But he says something. There's a rich guy that says something about like, I don't remember verbatim what he says, but he basically says that it's like boring being alive. Like the whole premise of the movie is the guy that gives Justin Timberlake all this time. It's just that he's tired of being alive. Like he's just ready to be gone, like not live anymore. And I think at some point that happens. So why would I want to go somewhere where I'm gonna live forever? I don't think I want that. Not saying that I want to live forever in hell if that is a thing, but I just don't. It's hard for me to believe that that's something because maybe that's not something that I want.
Kind of watch that movie again.
I think there's a lot of people who would say that, and I would also tell you throw them in the ocean and see how hard they fight to swim. You know, I think that there's a longing to get.
No. I think that's a huge difference. There's a huge difference. Fighting for your life, fighting for what you have now, because you know you have one of them is different. Like if you threw me in the ocean, I'm not gonna be like I'm gonna drown.
Yeah, but if you say, "Oh, I can't just wait to die," blah blah blah, right?
No, I'm not saying I can't. I'm not saying I can't wait to die. I'm just saying I don't want to live forever. Is what I'm saying.
But you made an example of the dude who was saying that he can't wait to die, can't wait. You know,
the example he was giving there was basically
that for like 150 years or something like that. Is what I'm saying.
He was saying the longevity of the life, the longer it lasts, the more meaningless it becomes.
Correct. I bet you. If he was getting pussy slung at him out of a fucking slingshot.
But I can't because that's a sin, right?
And was smoking all the best weed. I don't know. I don't know what heaven looks for people, my brother.
No, I think people would get bored. You could only be so excited. You could only have the best pussy so many times. You could only
say your favorite moment that you've ever had in your whole life. The first time you ever kissed your girl. If you could relive that moment every day for the rest of eternity.
I wouldn't want to. Because the thing that makes it so great is that I lived it one time. I wouldn't want to see Peanut being born every single day because then it takes away the meaning of him being born, of that moment. That's why that moment was so great because it happened that one time.
Brother, you're talking like I think you think of it feels, I don't want to say what you think. It feels as though that you think of as an afterlife almost as in reincarnation, right? As a form of reincarnation where you relive these moments, where I'm more trying to pound on the idea of what it felt like for you. Not the moment itself, right?
Okay, so you're just talking about blissfulness all the time.
The pure joy, the happiness, whatever you want to fucking call it, that feeling, if you could feel that in your chest every single day for the rest of your life. I know, and sometimes I know that people are like, yo, that's a crackpot fucking notion. It's like, yeah, I know, bro, because we live in misery all day, bro.
I think. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say because I get what you're saying, Cisco. That thought of like eternal life has like shook me to the core of like, damn, dude, like hell sounds horrible, right? Like obviously, but heaven sounds kind of wild. Like forever, ever. That's forever, bro. That's not like That's not like a,
That's not just
you
for a
know,
little
maybe you
ever,
come
it's
visit. That's
forever.
like forever, bro. That's always. Anyway, the thought that I've like come across is like maybe two things. Maybe when you die, you in like a fundamental way are very different as a soul. That you don't have the same like limiting thoughts of this finitude that we have currently and having so much meaning in every moment because we only get it once. Maybe like soul you it views time in such a different way that we can't even conceptually understand it other than like the word forever, but maybe that's not even like actually how you'll experience it. So that's one way. Or the other way
Yeah,
that I
because what is forever, right? Like
yeah,
it
like
says
we've
you'll live
never
forever in blah 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 total
yeah,
damnation.
and
or
as
in,
human we don't have anything that comes close to forever. There's nothing in existence that ever comes to forever. Or the other thought that I had was maybe heaven or God or like the setup that you have after you die is meaningful because it's set up in a way that you'll always be working towards the progression of good or meaning, kind of like life is set up currently. You're looking for the meaning, the bettering of the world or bettering of your situation. And maybe heaven is set up in a very similar structure of you're able to work towards something and not necessarily like to make the world better because who knows what that's even going to look like, but that like emotional like meaning you can always strive to and always feel like you're getting towards in heaven. Maybe.
so like an analogy.
Which doesn't sound so bad if I'm doing it forever.
I mean, and think about it. What if forever? What if there is a timeline on forever, right? Like, what if it's like, okay, you've reached forever. Now it's on to the next thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. We're
like
only
our version-
conceptualizing it as like
yeah.
that's one thing for the rest of time, forever, ever, and there's no getting out of it. It sounds a little like, oh, whoa, this is not fun. But who knows? We'll see.
I'm trying,
We will
and
all
I'm
see.
trying to like think back at what you're saying, Corpsx. Right? Like, I understand the concept of what you're saying. Like never having a feeling of doubt or misery or any of those things, just that aura, that essence of that good feeling, and you have that every day without anything making it feel that way, right? Like whether it be the first kiss or watching your son be born for the first time, you just always have that feeling. I'm the way I look at it and the way I like conceptualize it, because I'm live in flesh and feel those things, is that I think that the beauty of feeling those things is that I don't feel it all the time. That's just the way I look at it. Like I said, the beauty of life is the fact that it is going to end. Like I'm going to die one day. So that's why I am very appreciative and love life the way that I do, is because I know that there is an ending to this. And I know that some people think that their ending is grim and gray. And so therefore it's like my job to also help those people appreciate the life that they're living today, right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's my I don't want to say it's my mission, but I just enjoy helping people feel that joy on certain days, even when I'm not feeling that joy.
Yeah,
I can't fathom the thought of feeling that all the time and being okay with it. Like you don't think you'll ever miss like one sad day where you're sitting on your bed like just being a potato? Like you don't think you're gonna miss like the feeling of stubbing your toe one time? Like, damn, I forgot what that felt like.
No.
Maybe that's just where we differ.
I will gladly trade all that up. I think that's where I don't mind. I think with the afterlife, the thing of like an eternal life, I don't mind the idea. Like I always what is it? Pascal's wager. Yeah, if I remember right, it's called Pascal's wager, where it's like when you do the math, it's better to believe than to not. Like when you do it mathematically.
Believing costs
no.
you nothing, and then like I don't know if that's Pascal's wager, but I think
isn't
I
it
know
something fault?
I think it's called Pascal's wager.
Oh, Pascal wager. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's called
It's
Pascal's
like you have everything to gain from believing and nothing to lose.
You have nothing
Yeah.
to lose at all.
More rational is to believe in God, as the potential gain of eternal happiness outweighs any potential loss if God exists.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I see where you're like, I want to be able to enjoy these fleeting moments, right? It's a fleeting moment. I want to be able to enjoy it for what it is. And
I think in some like thoughts too, I feel like you can argue that it's like kind of a disrespectful act to not appreciate the gift you've been given, to not appreciate the moments even when they do suck.
yeah, I respect and I value that notion, right? But when I'm saying, because we all agree that we're dead longer than we're alive. So for the rest of the time that I'm dead, right? Guaranteed I'm gonna be dead. Whether there's something after the dead is different, right? Like that's where we start getting squirrely. If there's a, like you said, the forever point. What if there is a point forever and then we don't know. For sure we're dead. And if I could trade in my wager, does Putch live an eternity where it's blissfulness, happiness 24/7 all day, every day until I hit point forever? Or do I feel the stub toe and I feel this and I feel that and I feel this and I feel that? No, that's more of a, that's why I'm like, it almost feel like reincarnation, because that's like, now that's me being a human and alive all over again. And I'd rather skip all the bullshit and just give me the good. Like that's the one time.
But I don't
also
even think that that's true. Because like if God opened the door and was like, hey, listen, I'm going to give you a shortcut. Come through this door. You have to ditch everything you've built up till now. Weekend isn't coming. But you get to be here in heaven. We're going to chill. It's going to be awesome. This is forever. Would you take that deal? But no drawbacks. If you say no, it's completely fine.
Right now, right this minute, where
right now, he walks through. Right now,
I'm packing it up. I'm packing it up. And I'm encouraging everybody in this house. Let's go ahead and pack.
No, just you.
Just you. So you're leaving your kids behind to be with God?
Mm-hmm.
That is that's crazy.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. I would hope my son would make a similar choice. I hope, as a matter of fact, Sydney better make a similar choice. Yeah, because
you're leaving right now where you're like, hey, you can't run your event this weekend, like you can't do anything, all this shit that you've built up for, like but here's the door to heaven, and if you walk through right now, no matter what is on the other side of that, you're not coming back.
I'm okay with that.
No, hell no.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't want to say it like this, but that's going to be a fundamental difference, because I'm a believer and a believer in the scriptures.
I just don't even think if I was equivalent to where you are right now, I don't think I'd make the same decision.
Even well, because you're not reading the scriptures right? Because Buddhists teach the same things. The Hindus teach the same things. Anybody who believes in anything will teach you the same thing. They're not
to leave your flesh and blood. To leave your own flesh and blood.
They're not mine.
He is yours. I get what you're saying.
I belong to him, and if he calls me home, it's time.
No, but he's not calling.
But he's not calling you.
Giving you the opportunity.
Yeah.
That's not an option.
You still have the option to get there when you die eventually, right?
That's what I'm saying. Is he doesn't give you like it's not like if you say no, you're never allowed in. It's just like, hey, here's a shortcut.
Do you know the scriptures? Do you know the scripture behind Abraham and Isaac when God told Abraham to sacrifice Isaac?
I don't.
It was no questions asked, right? Abraham just took his firstborn son, his only child, and not his only child, but his son to the altar, and prepared to sacrifice him.
But this is not the same thing. Korpsx is what D is saying is, it is hypothetically
same thing.
No, it's not, because he's not saying you have to come. He's saying, look, you're gonna probably die in the next 60 years, which you still have the opportunity to come to heaven. But if you want to come right now, here's the door, walk through it, and you'll know what heaven is like. But you can't come back. That's what he's saying. He's not saying you have to come now with your child. Like, it is your time. That. It's not your time. You just have the option to see heaven a little earlier than you would have. 60 years.
Mm-hmm. He's not even telling you. He's not even telling you how long you're gonna live. He's just like, hey, you live your natural life as intended, and no moment will be affected, and you could still have the opportunity to come if if that's how it's gonna run, or you can walk through this door right now and we'll jam out.
Yeah, he's not saying you have to
it's a
come
one-way
now.
street. It's a one-way street. If you go through that door, you can't back out. That's it. You're in forever now. Or on forever. We'll debate that later.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, I think I'm still packing it up.
Wow.
I'm gonna go ahead and pack it up and roll out, boys. Smell you later.
I mean, I guess it is a way to see if like everything that you put your faith into is actually exactly how you envisioned it. But then you can't tell it. You can't tell anybody though. Like I was right.
Do you think that you see others? So the people who've passed on, do you think that it's like a shared space? So you could see your great grandfather, ancestry or anything like that? Do you think that's the case? This is just pure opinion, obviously.
They never really lay it out what it's supposed to look like. And again, even some theological scholars would debate if there's even a heaven. I just know I'll be close to everything that's ever presented happiness in my life. And those things through my human experience have showed up in different ways. Yeah, friends, lovers, kids, parents, siblings, all the shit, pets, blah, blah, blah. So whether they're there in a shared experience with me or not, I don't know. That's an odd one.
Well, some of them might have gone to hell, right? Like,
yeah, they might.
Not gonna see those people.
They themselves might be there, but doesn't mean that things won't present themselves to me as them in my own. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. What if it's just like fucking, like.
You can be in your own personal movie theater.
Like you just like build what you want to build. You know what I mean? Like
kind of cool. It'd be me back in 2009
fucking
playing
Minecraft.
PSP.
Like just building.
Well, that's why it's important to be good to people on Earth, right? Because if you go, let's just say, let's run a real crazy gamble here, right? There's 1 million people that you've done fucked off, right? And your only chance of a piece of your soul reliving off in heaven instead of eternal damnation is if people decide to remember you when they're in heaven, and they only remember the good parts of you, right? So your chances of even a piece of you being remembered in all of eternity is predicated on the idea that somebody has to remember the good parts about you. So be nice.
Yeah, they're like, remember that guy? Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I think that's why people plunge deeper and deeper into hell. I think that's why some people have very special corners in sorrow in the afterlife. Yeah. No, it's easy. It's easy for me to make those decisions, guys. I don't know if I told you guys. No, I don't think I did. Yeah, no, I recommitted my life to Christ on September, what was it, September 12th? Yeah, and I've had my head in the books pretty hard. And it's just it's a really easy choice when you, especially like for me now, when I look at my kids and I see them reading the Bible and I see them going to church and the conversations we have around it, like me and Elijah, for example, it's like, yo, God could take me right now. Like, yeah, my son might be sad and all this stuff and he's going to hurt, whatever, but God could take me right now because he's fine. My son is going to be fine. He's got it. Like, he's got it going on. Even the little ones. Sid too. Like, Sid would be fine. Like, we're happy that we're here, like we're happy and we know that we're conjoined at the hip because of it, but yeah, it becomes an easy choice to make when you know that everybody's all right.
Listen, bro, although I'm not a believer and I doubt I will ever be the way that you are, I'm happy that you are where you are in your headspace. peace, and all that shit. It's a good thing. Very good thing.
I thought you were gonna say, but
Yeah,
No.
don't
Yeah,
take
yeah.
it. Don't take me wrong. I'm not here to evangelize. I'm not here to convert nobody. But I am more.
No,
of an
there's no buts
apologist.
for me, bro. Listen, if you're a religious, if you're religious, I could give a fuck.
Mhm.
Like that's you. That's what you want. You keep it not like keep it over there, but like just let me believe what I want too.
as
you
long
know
as
what I
you're
mean?
not like you're wrong, bro, you're going to hell. It's like, all right, bro.
But
chill
that's
out.
why
Jeez.
these
you've
conversations
been
are
good.
so good because like Corpse never is like,
Yeah, he's never.
oh, you should pick up the Bible. Corpse has never not once said to me, you like you should pick up the Bible and believe everything that you read. Never not once. Maybe like, hey, you should read this scripture and see what you think about it, but never not once like, hey, you need to believe in God or you're going to go to hell. You know, or I'll see you guys later. Oh no, I won't because you're going to be in hell. You know what I
He's
mean?
like, Punch is like, I hope you guys enjoy those heated seats, bitch.
I'm working on my own salvation. That's why you guys are like, he's telling you can go right now. It's like, I gotta go right now because I might fuck this up later. So please, I'm gonna go right now, Lord. I'll go. I'll go now. Like I get it. You know. Yeah. No. Again, I'm not here to evangelize. No, I'm not here to convert. I'm not here to fucking. Like I mean, we could rewind the podcast in the beginning. I was like, yeah, I'm not a Christian, but these words they speak to me. It's like I just finally
think about it.
listening.
Think about it like this: when we first started this, you weren't even a full Mason yet. Like you weren't even a full Freemason yet.
Mm-hmm.
So like if anybody goes back and watches like the first 10 episodes, we're talking to not a completely different Putch, but Putch's views on a lot of things have definitely changed over the last 2 years. Over the last 103 episodes. You know what I mean? As a barber, I love this show. It is every stage of beard growth. Oh shit! Thank you for that. But yeah, I think that it's gonna be awesome to like once we're done. I think I might like try and go back and watch every episode.
Every episode? That's wild.
I can get through like 2 episodes a night. It would take me 2 months.
We used to do like what did we do? We used to do like 2 hours every day, or every week.
Yeah, we're pretty much we only do an hour and a half now.
Yeah, that's true.
Not that big of a difference.
Yeah, not too big of a difference.
All right, wrap it up for us, D.
Listen, Chattington, thanks so much for being here. Okay, whether you're here for a minute, an hour, maybe you're on the playback. If you were here the whole time, I appreciate everybody in the chat interacting, popping in and out. Thank you so much. We got a little deeper. It was a really good convo. And obviously, Putch, I love your views, and I like poking your brain, typing in your computer there a little bit, and figuring out how you work. But thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and thank you to my lovely co-hosts for being here. Peace.
Thank you guys so much for another episode. We're 17 episodes away from the last episode. Makes me so sad. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna go see Putch this weekend. There's gonna be pictures. I'm excited to see the event that you're putting together. I'm excited for more of these episodes of this podcast. It's real quick, just like a little side tangent. We used to like come up with topics every single week for the podcast, and we haven't done that in such a fucking long time, and it seems like we've still had very deep and meaningful and amazing conversations, and I fucking just love that shit, even though it might start off a little slower. So like, D always says, if you've been here since the beginning and you watch the whole thing or you watch it on the playback, if you made it this fucking far, kudos to you, dog. Go eat a fucking apple pie from McDonald's.
So slap.
Those do it.
They're so good. But as always, appreciate you guys being here. You guys stay healthy, stay happy. I love y'all. Keep smiling. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Korpscollection.com, motherfuckers. I'm still a sinner. It's okay. We're working on it day by day. Yeah, Korpscollection.com, the Morgue Rookies Tournament 2025. This Saturday, come check it out. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. as always, I always have a little fun. This was a fun one that I found. Yeah. My study word this week has been of obedience. And I found this as I was trotting through the internet is to obey is not to gain safety, nor to receive comfort. It is to be molded by a fire you cannot predict. Obedience. Yeah, stay obedient to the ways. Until next time. Stay motivated.
All right, boys. Hit you guys up later. Good night.
Peace.